Before anything else, pause. Not because the world is quiet, but because something within you is awakening. There comes a moment when life stops feeling random and starts revealing patterns subtle, intentional, divine. If you're here right now, it's not by accident. You are standing at the edge of a transformation in that invisible space where nothing seems to have changed, yet everything is about to. Julius Caesar once said, "Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once." And this truth echoes through your journey. You have faced fear, loss, and uncertainty more times than you can count. And yet here you are, still standing, still becoming. Not because the path was easy, but because your spirit refused to surrender. This video is for those who were shaped by pressure, refined by silence, and strengthened by moments no one else saw. What you carry now isn't luck or coincidence. It's the result of endurance, faith, and divine alignment. Listen closely, because what's unfolding in your life is not the end of a chapter, but the moment before your rise. Take a breath and let everything around you soften for a second. Picture movement, not the gentle kind, but something sharp and intentional, like a flash of wings cutting through the air, drawn instinctively toward color, warmth, purpose. And then there were those unexpected seconds of grace. A laugh that broke the tension, a realization that shifted everything, a peace that arrived without explanation. None of it was wasted. Even the tangled parts belong, especially the tangled parts. You may have spent too long judging the detours, replaying the moments that didn't go as planned, but those weren't mistakes. They were depth. They were shaping you in ways ease never could. When you step back, you'll see it clearly. Every challenge carved wisdom into you. Every hard season pushed you closer to your own truth. The places that once hurt the most are now the exact reasons your strength feels authentic. There's a side of you that's always leaning forward toward growth, toward more, toward the next level. That desire isn't wrong, it's sacred. But here's the shift. What you're seeking isn't somewhere ahead in the distance. It's unfolding right now. God hasn't stepped away to watch you struggle. He's present in this very moment, guiding, refining, aligning. You didn't learn life through shortcuts. You learned it through experience, and it shaped the person standing here today. Rushing your journey is like racing through a landscape without ever looking out the window. God isn't delaying you. He's grounding you, teaching you how to be fully here. Because this moment isn't filler between milestones. It's the foundation, the breath you're taking, the inner pull that led you here, the quiet knowing that you no longer need to chase what's meant for you. There's a certain resonance that only exists in honesty. You felt it, that instant relief when you stop performing. The calm that settles in when your words finally match your soul. That frequency belongs to you. And recently, others have started to notice it too. Some may reflect it back. Some may try to imitate it. But reflection isn't creation. What you carry is original. It can't be duplicated. When others echo your energy, it's not a threat, it's confirmation. God is showing you that what flows through you is real and strong enough to awaken awareness in others. You were never meant to replicate someone else's path. You are the first version of what you are, a design the world didn't realize it was missing. Life isn't made of constant brightness. Meaning is born in contrast. There were times you questioned why the heaviness lingered, why peace felt just out of reach. But that weight wasn't a sign of failure. It was preparation. Every ache stretched your capacity. Every quiet season made room for insight. Every ending planted something new beneath the surface. You've been learning transformation not by force, but by surrender, turning uncertainty into empathy, turning solitude into strength, turning loss into alignment. This isn't just endurance anymore. It's change at the core. You've become steady light shaped under pressure, not easily shaken by the wind. Some blessings don't announce themselves. They reveal themselves when you look deeper. And now things are beginning to click. Not because every question has been answered, but because your spirit is clear. You're standing on the threshold of something new, watching old fears lose their grip. This isn't an ending. It's the moment before liftoff. You're no longer hoping God sees you. He already does. That's why this message reached you to remind you that you've moved beyond believing in miracles. You're living as one. There's always a scene in every story where nothing seems different on the surface, yet everything is shifting behind the curtain. That's where you are. Heaven is adjusting your surroundings to match who you've become. Not every space can hold what you carry now. And yes, the transition can feel lonely, but solitude is where clarity is given. It's where God speaks plans meant only for you. You're not being pushed away. You're being protected, shielded while the design takes form. Every breakthrough begins unseen. Every transformation requires distance before revelation. If familiar things are falling away, it's not because you're behind, it's because you're being moved forward. What God shaped in private is preparing to step into visibility, not for validation, but for purpose. There's a promise that was planted in you while you were still healing. Now it's ready to breathe through your presence. Others may never understand how much inner work it took to arrive at this calm, this discernment, this peace, but God does. You weren't destroyed by the fire, you were refined by it. The storms trained you. They didn't take you under. That's why your energy has changed. Why peace follows you now. What you carry isn't performance. It's depth. It's devotion. You are proof that time can be redeemed, that delays carry wisdom. The disappointments often hide direction. So stay attentive. Something important is being spoken right now. In my opinion, what most people call waiting is actually one of the most misunderstood phases of life. We're taught to believe that if things aren't moving fast, then nothing is happening. But from what I've lived and observed, the deepest transformations rarely come with noise or applause. They happen quietly, internally, when no one is watching. That's where real strength is built. I've noticed this in my own journey. There was a season when everything around me felt stagnant. No visible progress, no clear answers, just silence. At the time, it felt like being stuck. But looking back, that was the exact period when my perspective changed. My values realigned, and my faith deepened. I wasn't being delayed, I was being prepared. When opportunities finally appeared, I was ready to step into them without fear or desperation. That's why I believe pressure isn't meant to break us, it's meant to refine us. Just like gold doesn't become pure without heat, we don't step into clarity without discomfort. The moments that felt like setbacks were actually training grounds. They taught me patience, discernment, and how to move with purpose instead of urgency. So when I hear people say they feel forgotten or overlooked, I don't see weakness. I see someone on the edge of becoming. In my view, the quiet seasons are not signs that God is absent. They're proof that something greater is being built beneath the surface, ready to emerge at the right time. To conclude, this message is a reminder that growth doesn't always announce itself with visible change. Sometimes the most meaningful progress happens in silence, where patience is tested and character is formed. What may feel like delay is often alignment. What feels heavy is shaping strength. When you understand this, you stop resisting the process and start trusting it. You realize that perseverance isn't about forcing outcomes. It's about staying faithful to who you are becoming, even when the results aren't immediate. Perseverance looks different in real life. It's like an athlete who trains every morning long before anyone is watching, enduring exhaustion and doubt, until one day their discipline becomes undeniable strength. It's also like an entrepreneur who faces repeated failures, financial pressure, and moments of wanting to quit, yet continues refining their vision until the right opportunity finally opens the door. Both examples share the same truth. Those who endure the unseen process are the ones who are ready when the breakthrough arrives. And that is exactly where this journey leads. Not to exhaustion, but to fulfillment shaped by patience, faith, and unwavering resolve.